finally, new rule, the ad slogan, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," must be expanded to include the entire country and then written into the Constitution as a proclamation that we are tired of everyone watching us all the time. The NSA tracks your calls, your web browser knows you like nipple slips, and Verizon knows when you call your dealer to ask if those shirts came in. Last week I bought a pair of shoes online. I don't know who told Facebook, but now it thinks I'm obsessed with shoes. Listen, Zuckerberg, I don't need shoes, okay? Because I just bought some. But you already know that, don't you? And by the way, that inflatable doll I bought is so I can drive in the carpool lane.
That's a good idea.
Right.
Now, there's an old saying that character means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Well, if that's true, people growing up today will never know if they have any. The Sarbanes-Oxley Act, that's a law that was written to stop traitors from destroying records that reveal fraud, but now it's being used to charge anyone with the crime of merely clearing the browser history on their laptop. And if married people can't clear their computers, how can they indulge in the sick, perverted fantasy life that keeps their relationship healthy? And of course, it's not just what you type. Merely having your phone on you lets other people know exactly where you are. A spouse has to be Jason Bourne to get a little action on a business trip. You've got 5 seconds when the drone blocks the view of the satellite. Make it count. You know, I've always said it's okay to trade some privacy for security. I have. Ask anyone who reads my email. But there are over 6,000 surveillance cameras on the streets of New York, and former Mayor Bloomberg said the argument against using them is just this craziness that, oh, it's Big Brother. Get used to it. Well, I don't want to get used to it. I don't like strangers watching me. Present company. But we're not all Kardashians. We didn't all sign up for this. Donald Sterling is a man who is a number of not great things, like creepy and a bad team owner and a slumlord, and such a fool he thought a young girl found him attractive even though she had to wear a welding mask to fuck him. But it's just plain un-American that he was drummed out of his own life for something he said in a private conversation in his living room. Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert is another creep, but I don't see why he should be indicted, as he was, for making bank withdrawals of over 10 grand of his own money, which banks must report to the government. Hastert, as it turns out, was making hush money payments to a former student he molested back when he was a wrestling coach. But he wasn't charged with diddling kids. The FBI understands that's just a part of being a wrestling coach. No, we got Hastert for the inappropriate way he touched an ATM machine. Now, of course, it's easy to point to a Hastert or a Sterling or a Wiener or a Spitzer and say, oh, look, we caught a guy doing something bad. Isn't surveillance great? No. There's a price. Ask anyone over 40 how thankful they are that they got their first job at a time when not every stupid thing you ever did was recorded and uploaded to the internet for all eternity. I don't blame today's kids for being overly medicated. If I knew there was a video out there of me twerking to Nickelback or passed out with a cat taped to my nuts or something, I'd be on Zoloft too. We're not just changing how we live. We're changing human nature itself because, you know, when everything is recorded, there isn't any right and wrong for its own sake. It's just caught or not caught. And perhaps even worse, there's never a moment when we can let our guard down. With everything always recorded, everyone starts altering their behavior for the camera. Except for the cops. They could still give a shit.